The question of leadership and the question before this convention and the county conventions all across the state, and as we head towards the state convention, is whether or not we're going to define ourselves, who we are. And the fact that you're here today, the fact that you've made this commitment, some perhaps for the first time, take a look around the room. Make sure that you say hello to somebody you don't know. Make sure that you reach out to someone perhaps you've just seen once or twice and don't really know, haven't had any exchange with. That's what these conventions are all about. This is a matter of defining ourselves. And this definition is taking place today because you're here. You know, it's easy. It's so easy, and you see it all the time. All you have to do is read the newspaper today, read the columnists. Read the people who are cynical, who are skeptical, the ones who denigrate party activity, the ones who say it doesn't matter, the ones constantly are saying, no, no, I vote the person, as if a person didn't have any values and didn't have any priorities. The reason that we're having these conventions, the county conventions, is because we are grassroots. You're grassroots. You're standing for those values and those priorities that make the Democratic Party, and it's you who make the Democratic Party. What are those values? Think about the struggle that we've had. We have to do some defining in the Democratic Party. Think about it. We have an overwhelming majority, perhaps larger than any other Democratic Party majority anywhere in the other 50 states. And yet, I think the reason that this convention is so important this year is we still haven't clearly defined ourselves. Some of the arguments that are taking place in the legislature right now, we need to redefine those discussions. The minimum wage. Think about it. We're not even talking about the living wage. In order to meet the necessities, the everyday necessities of buying the milk and paying the bills. Those are the things that are required of us. And yet, we're still arguing about whether we should have the minimum wage. Well, we've got it. It's passed, and I'm going to sign it, and we're going to see to it that we have a minimum wage that gets started. Should there be any argument about our values and about our priorities when it comes to school children? I just signed the bill and pushed for getting mandatory kindergarten to see to it that every 5-year-old is going to have the opportunity to have the start that he or she needs in this state. And next we're going after preschool. We've got it started, it's underway, and we're going to have universal preschool throughout the state of Hawaii. That's going to be what the Democratic Party is going to do. We have to be organized the way we are today. When people say to you, well, why did you go down there on that Saturday morning? What did you accomplish? What's it for? The Supreme Court on April 2nd, less than 30 days ago, if someone wants to ask you what you're doing here today, what your values are, what your priorities are. I see heads nodding right now. You know where I'm going with this. This isn't an abstraction. This isn't an academic discussion. On April 2nd, the Supreme Court in McCutcheon versus the Federal Election Committee said that the moneyed people and interests in this country have limitless aggregate amounts of money to dump into elections. Previously to April 2nd. That's right. Previously to April 2nd. This was no small change, but the most you could do was a $123,000 limit to put together in any election. Now, as of April 2nd, with this Supreme Court, an individual can dump up to $6 million into a single congressional election and as many candidates as they please. and give as much money to the political parties and to the PACs to steer to these candidates as they want. One individual last year, previously with the super PACs that are still in effect, gave $100 million. A single individual spent $100 million. And that person right now has a limitless capacity individually. You don't have to even set up a super PAC. That's why you're here. We have to put ourselves on the line. We're making our commitment. That's why I'm here today with you, to say to you that I respect you being here today. I honor you being here today, and you honor our democracy, and you honor the values of the Democratic Party when you come today to meet, when you just support your candidates, when we get out there and reach out to our friends all across the state, all across the islands. That's because our defense against the big money is going to be people power, and the people power is in this room, and it's going to be extended all the way through the election. So thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for having the right values. Thank you for having the right priorities. Thank you for the opportunity to join with you in this struggle to see that the Democratic Party in Hawaii stands for the values and the priorities that mean we put people first. Thank you very much. Mahalo nui. Thank you.